Today for the Bitcoin price with DaVinci J15. Guys, sit down and get ready for this video because today we are going to pull up with DaVinci J15 one Bitcoin chart which reveals it all here when it comes to the next move for Bitcoin right now. We are going to talk with DaVinci J15 not only about the direction of this breakout, but also about the specific price target we are keeping an eye on right now. We are going to pull up all our trades, all our price targets and all our expectations for Bitcoin right now in the immediate short term. So guys, make sure you watch this video until the very end where we are going to reveal our trading setups and much more. Make sure you sit down, you scroll down, and also this is very important guys, this is the first DaVinci video since a week or so. Make sure you smash up the like button to a new all-time high, you subscribe to the channel, you press the bell, you press on all, and this is important, share this video with your friends and make sure you press this bell because then you're going to get updated when we are releasing our next emergency video. And also guys, I did show you all my trades here before in the video I uploaded a few hours ago. Do not forget, if you want to be trading the upcoming volatility for Bitcoin, make sure you scroll down to the pinned comment, and if you are an experienced trader, you can find here more than $1,000 free bonus for limited time. I am actually most of the times trading on Bybit. This is the first link. Sign up on these exchanges. I will be leaving you these links here down below in the pinned comment, and if you click these links you can follow these deposit schedules. You can get more than $1,000 free here for your own free trading on these exchanges. And with that being said, I want to come to the by far most important question of today. DaVinci J15, I see your shirt is a little bit green today. How are you doing today, my man?
In the pipe, 5 by 5, man. But what everybody wants to know is, how are you doing, man? I mean, I know you've been sick for a long time, and I want to know, where are you right now?
I'm back in Dubai. I was in Maldives for 14 days. I was sick for 14 days, so what a great timing. Anyway, now I'm back in Dubai. I was fearing death, man, but now I'm happy. I'm healthy again. I lost like 8 kilograms, but I will get it back for the Arnold Schwarzenegger community. Thank you so much for caring. Thanks so much for asking. And thanks for everyone in the community for liking the videos, giving me so much love. I mean, you guys made me well again. Really, I really mean it, guys. Thank you so much for your support. And now, DaVinci, thank you for your time. Thank you for coming back to the channel and for dropping your knowledge bombs on us, because today you want to show us a chart not only in the shorter time frames but also in the longer time frames, which reveals it all. What is the next likely move for Bitcoin, DaVinci? And guys, please wait here until the end, because I can tell you the information DaVinci wants to drop on us today, they will certainly blow your mind. So DaVinci, the stage is yours.
Awesome. Before we get into charts, I want to show a video of mine that's gotten 320,000 views. If you haven't seen it, yeah, we're going to probably put a link in the description below. But if you have seen that video and you're like, well, that was 7 years ago, right? What didn't you buy Bitcoin at $1? Wasn't it in 2011? Yes, it was. And I do have a list of videos here that I talked about Bitcoins in 2011, and we'll have a link to all of that. It's called the playlist. So if you go to my channel, you could also find this playlist as well, where I talked about. I even guaranteed people their money if they bought Bitcoins at $1, and they said no.
Someone comes and guarantees your money and you're still not buying it, man. Can you imagine the frustration of these people in the comment section of these videos? You do not want to miss out on that. I will leave the links down below. DaVinci just sent them over after the episode and we will leave it there. Now, I think everyone and their mother, including me, is interested in what is the next move for Bitcoin. May you please share your own thoughts, maybe on your personal predictions here on Bitcoin. I think you are going to start on the 1 hourly. Everyone who didn't watch it yet, a few hours ago, I published on this channel here, the video is popping up on top of the screen right now, a video where I shared my own thoughts. So you may watch that as well, but now really, I'm very interested in your opinion, DaVinci. Please let us know what is going on here.
Yeah, I watched that video, and man, the measured moves, targets that are going on, and Bitcoin is just nonstop. Let me give you an example of that. Let's start with that before we go into details of what Bitcoin is going to do next. But look, from here to here, there's a W there. You can see the W clearly, and if you can't see it, I will draw it out for you in a second. But amazingly enough, right, the measured move takes you right up to that target point right there. I mean, it's ridiculous. Bitcoin's over and over with this measured moves, right? That keeps going, that keeps working, right? If you can see the W there clearly, right? It's right there, right? It's a little bit of W here, and there we go. And then off the races. You could have went with the candle, top of that candle, or the body, and then yeah, you would have had profits. It's just nonstop. I just, it's like sickening how measured moves is like the nonstop thing in Bitcoin right now.
It's
And I don't know how
beautiful.
long that's gonna work, man.
It's gonna work until it's not gonna work, but that's the thing, Da Vinci. We are going to find out what works next as well, and we are going to keep the community updated, of course. What are you seeing in the charts right now, Da Vinci? I mean, maybe you can pull out a measured move target or something like that.
Well, we don't have a really clean W, but I mean, this does still count here as a W. If we break this the top level at the 19,575, this thing will go straight through and head to the 20,000 level and keep on going. Now, unfortunately, the thing is, right, the people who are buying, the bears are not here. And same with the bulls. They're not here at above 19,000. They're not interested. If you take a look at the volume, right, and let's go to another chart here, and we go to the 4-hour chart, you see the volume is dropping off like a stone, right? It's just ridiculous, and that's because, well, both the bears and the bulls are not here. They're just not here. There is no buyer. There's nobody selling, right? And nobody's willing to buy at a crazy pace up in these nosebleed sections. They're just too afraid of a downdraft. And so but the cool thing is that the kids are like willing to buy. If it drops low, they'll be like, yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy that. I'll buy that. I'm all in on that. They're definitely buying. So the worst case scenario is that, let's just say we don't continue higher. We go rolling down. Honestly, I think Bitcoin's direction, the worst case scenario is down at the 18.2 level here, and I think we might even see something even better than that. We might bounce off this yellow trend line, the sloping down trend line, or we come to this green line, which was also support resistance before we broke through and headed up to the 19,000 level once again. So I really think that this level, the 18,500, will be a support level. If we come down, if we decide to break down, we might not go further down to visit the 200 period moving average again on the 4 hours until we blow up into some crazy amounts. Now, with that said, I have to point out with some sort of caution here, cautionary tale. If we let's see here, let me just remove everything here. Control Z. Okay, there we go. If we go to a weekly, right, we're nowhere near the 13 AMA. And if you add, of course, if you add the ribbons or stuff like that, but I like the 13 AMA. That's just indicate as a starting point, right? You can see that we're just so far away from all moving averages on the weekly. It's like, what the heck? We're in we're in the same level of distance almost. Not quite. Actually, no, we're not quite the same level of distance. So this is 11,013 AMA, and this was at 20,000. So yeah, let's just say if we continue up higher, right, and get to that same kind of level of distance of how much percentage is that? Let's just go by percentage, let's not go by dollars.
You want to go
by percentage because that's, yeah. So percentage moves is probably better. Price range right there. So if we went from here to the 13 MA, right, that's a 40% correction. So let's just say Bitcoin decides to pump a little bit higher, and we could say 24,000. And probably if it does that next week, right? That the what's it called? This move here is going to be a little bit. The average is going to be a little bit higher, maybe at 17,000. So yeah, we could go all the way to 25,000 or something absolutely ridiculous before we actually see any kind of return signal. Before we start looking for a return signal. I mean, wow, it's just unbelievable, right? Don't you think?
Yeah, but I actually want to be honest. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Bitcoin at 25K before a correction because, I mean, obviously, the later we start correcting, the more brutal it would get, right? I mean, the more overextended we are and the higher the distance to the 13 EMA or the 21 EMA, the more overextended and the more unhealthy the market is. I would actually, if I could choose, I would like to have a quick washout and then just a healthy move towards the upside again. But yeah, I agree with you, man. The distance is already so big, and 25K, I don't know, man, would be crazy.
Exactly. So you can see here, this is like a building of resistance levels, right? Where Bitcoin has to break to actually continue higher, right? You can see it. Here, let me just move this a little bit so you can point them all out. And if we add them all these lines here, you can see this clustering effect of resistance, right? That Bitcoin has to break through in order to decide, okay, yeah, that's it, we're going higher. So pretty much this cluster here in this area, right? You could always draw green boxes, but basically this area right here, that's where we have to break through for Bitcoin to go, see what I see ya.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to be.
Yeah. Very, very nice confluence here with this previous high you were just marking. I was also talking before about the VPVR cluster of resistance of Bitcoin and the point of control, which is very close to the price where we are right now. So if we actually surpass either the VPVR cluster of resistance I mentioned or the previous highs you mentioned, I think above that there's just a lot of thin air, basically only thin air. So Bitcoin could jump on the rocket mode, but I think we have to surpass the 19,600, 700, and then also stay above a little bit, right? And not just get a massive fake wick down. So Da Vinci, thank you so much. You actually mentioned the $25,000 level. Do you think this is a possible price level to hit within this year still?
Yeah, I mean, let's do a little bit of a Fibonacci level extension levels and see what we come up with. But I think so. Let's start with let's start here, right? And go to here, and then see what the fibs tell us. The fib extensions tell us, and you can see 3x, right? From here is it's almost at 25. Let's see here. We could probably go to 3.61, 3.618 is 26,000, and we could probably do all the way up to 27,000, right? Before we actually start to see price action decide to roll back. But the first obviously the first target here. You want to take this in stride. You want to see how it reacts to this 1.618. And going further, we could also, I'm not sure if this is 100% valid, but let's just take a look at it anyways, right? I'd have to research this to see if this could be considered valid. I don't think so, but I've never seen anybody draw it that way. But let's just see if there's any kind of numbers. 2.618 is, yeah, there's that $25,000 right there. So maybe this is more valid than the other one, but I don't think so. So we'll take a look. We'll see how the price action transpires as we break higher, if we do break higher, and then we'll decide whether or not this fib extension is better than this one. So yeah. We'll see.
All right, man. Thank you very much for all these knowledge bombs, for these exciting price targets. I mean, I still want to give you guys a little bit of caution. We are overextended, so don't be surprised if a quick correction comes, a quick unexpected correction. Might even catch us by surprise by now, but it is possible. So don't throw your life savings in a leveraged trade to 25,000 right now, please. I mean, I think it's sad that I have to mention that, but I please want to tell you guys, be cautious. The moment when we went bullish was 7,000, 9,000, 10, 11. That was the moments where we were actually very bullish on Bitcoin, where I was also personally opening so many trades. Now is the time of caution, even though the likelihood to break higher is higher than to break down. please guys, be a little bit cautious here. But thank you so much, Da Vinci. This was a great analysis. I really liked it today. I hope you guys liked it as well. If you did, and I'm sure you did, smash up the like button to a new all-time high this time. I really cannot thank you enough because of your support. We are getting here #1 in terms of daily views or views per video. 64,000 views, 60,000 views, 50,000 views. Completely crazy. Thank you so much for that, guys. And Da Vinci, I wanted to ask you also, do you want to say anything here before, or do you want to talk about Pandora's Wallet or something else before we are wrapping it up for today?
Well, Pandora's Wallet, we've just got so many customers and so many support calls that we're trying to like reduce the number of buyers. So I'm going to focus on the DJ15 token. I know it's been crazy. Great problem to have, right?
Yeah. I want to decrease the number of buyers.
Exactly. I'm going to decrease the number of buyers significantly. So anyways, I want to talk about the DJ15 token. It's going very well. We've registered this with Etherscan, so eventually this little icon will turn into my DJ15 icon, which is right there, as you can see. And then we'll also see this on CoinMarketCap as well. So eventually this will be on CoinMarketCap. The DJ15 token allows you to have access to our Telegram group, right, where we have like a private Telegram group where I do, I have like the, what's it called? I do the video stream live first, only for Da Vinci DJ15 token holders, and they get to watch it live and ask me questions at the end. So if you missed that, if you want to ask me any kind of questions, you can do so. And this is a very small group of people, so you will definitely get your question answered. Yeah, this token is doing very well. What I do is part of my revenue that I receive from YouTube and other things that I talk about on the channel, I give 12.5% of that revenue to buy up the tokens and burn them. So burn them permanently. So yeah, and there's only going to be 30,000 tokens, and now there's actually less than 30,000 that's available to buy. So if you're interested, yeah, you might want to get some before it goes even higher. Hey, Chris, don't you have some of my DJ15 tokens?
Yeah, I remember you sent me some. I'm still holding them. So of course, I just want to see where this journey goes. I think it's interesting. I want to congratulate you. So far, it was a big success, and I'm always saying, guys, be cautious. It can go to zero. Of course, I have to give these warnings out. So far it was going very well, and I mean, I know you are doing a great job, so I'm not expecting any apocalyptic scenarios, but of course everyone should be informed and educated about the risks involved in buying any token, no matter how good it might be. So please be aware of that, but then take advantage of all these amazing perks. I will leave a link down below here, of course, as well. If you send it over to me, Da Vinci will be very glad to do so. Thank you everyone for watching until the very end. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for making noise for the algorithm. And we are going to see each other very soon at the next one of Crypto. Da Vinci, do you have any last words to share before we are wrapping it up for today?
Always play from a position of strength and don't get wrecked.
Do not get wrecked, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see each other very soon at the next one of Crypto. As always, guys, click the Crypto and the Da Vinci J15 as subscription boxes right there and right there, and also the Bible tutorial, which is popping up right here. And as always, guys, bye-bye.